students, welcome back to EasEnglish. This is Rodrigo Lazo Campo, your English teacher, with lesson 56 in Curso Debutante 1. The title of this lesson is Games We Play. Games we play. And in this lesson, we are going to be dealing with some games that children play, some games that you and I sometimes play. Games. Well, to begin with, I want to give you some examples of some games that you, children, and I sometimes play. First is soccer, which is the most popular game in the world. The most popular game in the world. Also, people play basketball. This is to refer to some sports games, but there are other types of games such as solitario. Some people play solitario. Probably solitario is not fun to you, but some people like playing that. You can also play video games, or some people call them computer games, right? And that's it. So this lesson is about games that we play. Play es la palabra de acción que se refiere a la interacción entre una persona y un game. We play. For instance, I play soccer. Do you play soccer? Some people play tennis. Some people play parcheesi. Some people play dominoes. I think this is also one of the games that I could include here. Dominoes. Right? Sé que hay algunos nombres de games en esta lección que a primera vista usted no podrá comprender. Para ayudar la comprensión de estos, voy a presentarles algunas imágenes que ilustran el game. Okay? Let's get ahead. Esta imagen le muestra a usted cómo se juega el juego llamado tag. Vemos dos expresiones corrientemente usadas al jugarlo. Tag, you're it. I'm it. Note que esta persona toca a la otra y así se juega el juego. ¿Sí? Cuando una persona toca a la otra, le dice tag. You're it. Tag, you're it. Y de repente hay alguien que no sepa a quién han tocado. Esa persona pregunta, who's it? Porque no sabe a quién han tocado. Who's it? Y alguien responde, I'm it. Ese es el lenguaje que se usa a jugar tag. Tag, you're it. Who's it? I'm it. Miremos otro juego. This is how children and other people play hide and seek. You see, there are two actions. One is the action of hiding, and the other is the action of seeking. Let me write this. The action of hiding, these kids are hiding. These are hiding. And this kid, also this, and this, and this, are seeking. This child is hiding and seeking, hide and seek. Here are some pictures showing you some kids or children playing house. They are playing house. They pretend that they make a family. In some families, they pretend to be father, mother, and children. Here is a small family. This pretends to be the mother. He pretends to be the father, I think. And here is their baby. And she is feeding the baby. And this is their own house. They pretend this is their own house. Here are two more kids. And maybe they pretend to be a man and his wife. They have no children yet. And here is another couple, a couple of kids, pretending to be probably the wife and the husband. And here is another family. So here is the way as children play house. They are playing house. Do you play house? Or do you play house when you were a little kid? Let's move on. In this picture, I am illustrating how children play dress up. Dress up. These are some children playing dress up. You can see that they wear special clothes, and they pretend to be adults. In this case, for example, this little girl is pretending to be a queen, probably. Here, this boy is pretending to be a man, and this is his bride. They are getting married. Da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun, da-da-da-dun. They are pretending. This is how children play dress up. Ahora, teniendo en cuenta esto, pasemos al cuerpo de la lección y veamos entonces what children like to play. Well, let's get started. Primero que todo, quiero llamar su atención acerca de we, la palabra que he resaltado en cada una de las páginas de esta lección. We. Esa palabra we es un pronombre personal que reemplaza a un nombre, a personal pronoun, reemplaza a un nombre de quien en una oración se habla. Al igual que he, she, they, and it, que ya han sido mencionados previamente. Quiero recordarle, probablemente ya había hablado de este pronombre antes, pero le quiero recordar que la persona que habla en esta lección, la persona que habla, la persona que cuenta una historia, se está incluyendo a sí misma o a sí mismo y a otras personas. Por eso dice we. Para usar we, tiene que haber como mínimo dos personas, la que habla y otra. Right? En ese orden de idea, empecemos. We like to play tag. We like to play tag. Uno de esos niños dice, we like to play tag. Ahora, yo voy a tomar el lugar del niño que habla o de otro de los niños que están involucrados en esa escena y voy a decir que en este momento, que ahora estamos jugando tag. Así, we are playing tag now. La palabra now se refiere a que es en este instante. We are playing tag. Note que a play le he agregado ing. Play. Play más play plus ing. Nos forma entonces equals playing. Esta terminación ing, en un caso como este, ing equivale a la terminación ando y a la terminación endo del español. En un caso como este. Entonces usted puede ya entender qué es lo que he querido decir. We are playing tag now. On the next page, the boy or the girl says, we like to play baseball. Baseball. Baseball is another game. Tag on page 3 is a game. Baseball on page 4 is a game. We like to play baseball. And I would say we are playing baseball now. We are playing baseball now. Look, here is the picture. Here are the kids. We can see that they are playing baseball now. Hasta ahora tenemos dos games, tag and baseball. Let's turn the page. We like to play soccer, dice el niño, la niña. We like to play soccer. You see, this picture illustrates soccer. Soccer. So soccer is one more game. So we have 3 games until now. Tag, baseball, and soccer. We like to play soccer. Y yo, tomando el lugar de ese chico, digo, we are playing soccer now. Let me write that. We are playing soccer now. We are playing soccer now. Next page, page number 6. We like to play dress up. We like to play dress up. This picture illustrates dress up. So game number 4. Number 1, tag. Number 2, baseball. Number 3, soccer. And number 4, dress up. Dress up. We like to play dress up. We are, si tomo el lugar del niño, we are playing dress up now. We are playing dress up now. We are playing dress up now. Now, let's turn the page. This time the child says, we like to play house. We like to play house. Ahora tomo el lugar yo de ese niño y digo entonces, we are playing house now. We are playing house now. House is game number 5. Turning to the page, the child says, we like to play hide and seek. Hide and seek. Hide and seek. We like to play hide and seek. Y yo digo, we are playing hide and seek now. We are playing hide and seek now. Hide and seek is game number 6. Game 6. This picture illustrates children playing hide and seek. Hide and seek. Let's turn the page. Here, the same child says, we like to play video games. We like to play video games. Here, in the picture, we can see they are playing video games. So, I can say, we are playing video games now. We are playing video games now. We are playing video games now. And this is game number 7. Ahora dice but para introducir un contraste. Contraste de lo que va a decir con lo que previamente ha dicho. But we do not play with fire. Look, this is fire. This is fire. But we do not play with fire. Okay? But we do not play with fire. Look, they are not playing with fire. In this picture, we can see that they are not playing with fire. So I can say, we are not playing with fire. We are not playing with fire. It is dangerous to play with fire. It is dangerous. It is dangerous to play with fire. Usted tal vez ha visto en algunas etiquetas de productos un aviso de precaución que dice danger. 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 Lo que produce danger, lo que contiene danger es dangerous. Dangerous. So it is dangerous to play with fire. Right? Is that clear to you? Now I want to ask you some questions. Let me write the questions here on the left. Do you like to play with fire? Do you like to play with fire? I don't like to play with fire. Do you like to play tag? I like to play tag. What about you? Question 3. Do you like to play soccer? I love playing soccer. Do you like to play soccer? Do you like to play baseball? I don't know how to play baseball. Let me write this sentence. I don't know how to play baseball, but I like to watch baseball games. Do you like to play dominoes? Do you like to play dominoes? Well, I would like to move on to the activities. Well, we are going to have 3 activities in this lesson, and this is activity 1. As you can see, there is a diagram. This is a diagram. And in the diagram, there are 3 parts. Part number 1, part number 2, and the overlapping part or section number 3. Vamos a elegir 2 games. 2 games de la lección. Y en sections 1 and 2 vamos a ilustrar how the 2 games are different. We're going to talk about the differences between the 2 games. the differences. So in section 1, how one game is different from the game in section number 2. And in section 3, the overlapping section, we are going to illustrate how both games are alike. In other words, we're going to illustrate how the two games are similar. So the activity is about illustrating differences and similarities of the two games. Yo he elegido soccer and baseball. Usted podría elegir otros dos diferentes, pero lo importante es apuntar hacia el mismo objetivo de la actividad. Para hacer la actividad yo voy a copiar ya sea imágenes o palabras o frases de tal manera que podamos ilustrar the differences in sections 1 and 2 and the similarities in section 3. Let's do it. Well, with some pictures, I am going to show you how soccer and baseball can be different. Here on the left, I'm going to describe soccer, and on the right, I'm going to describe baseball. I have considered 5 items in each game. Item number 1, number of players. Item number 2, how the players hit the ball. Item number 3, what the players score. Item number 4, the duration of the game. And item number 5, what they play with. Well, this picture shows how many players there are on a soccer team. We can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 players. There are 11 players on a soccer team. 11 players. Number of players, 11 on a soccer team. Number of players on a baseball team. Here they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 players on a baseball team. So, this is quite different. 11 players on a soccer team versus 9 players on a baseball team. The second item is how the players hit the ball. Here is a baseball player hitting the ball with a bat. Here is a bat. So baseball players hit the ball with a bat. Whereas soccer players hit the ball with a foot. Here he is hitting the ball with one foot. Item number 3, what the players score. What the players score. In soccer, players score goals. Here, golazo. Here is a soccer player scoring a goal. But in baseball players score runs. This seems to be one player scoring a run. Not a home run, a run. Just a run. A plain run. Item number 4, the duration of the game. A A soccer game lasts for 90 minutes. 90 minutes. Y los 90 minutes están divididos en dos halves. Two halves, cada uno de 45 minutes. So in total, a soccer game lasts for 90 minutes. But a baseball game lasts for 9 innings. Y es impredecible cuánto puede durar un inning. A baseball game may be very, very long. Mientras que the duration of a soccer game es normalmente limitada, but not that of a baseball game. And item number 5, what the players play with. Here we can see that players play with a big ball. Soccer is played with a big ball. Baseball is played with a little ball. A little ball. These are some of the differences between a baseball game and a soccer game. Ahora vamos a expresar esto en enunciados completos. Veamos. Here are 5 differences between a soccer game and a baseball game. Difference number 1. There are 11 players on a soccer team. In this picture, you can see 11 players. There are 9 players on a baseball team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players on a baseball team. Difference number 2. Soccer players kick the ball. In this picture, you can see a soccer player is kicking the ball. Baseball players hit the ball with a bat. Look. Difference number 3. Soccer players score goals. Golazo. Baseball players score runs. Difference 4. A soccer game lasts for 90 minutes. 2 halves of 45 minutes each. The parenthesis here is missing. A baseball game lasts for 9 innings. You can never predict the duration of each inning. And difference 5. They play with a big ball. They play soccer with a big ball. They play baseball with a little ball. This is all about the 5 differences that we have chosen to talk about in this activity. Next, we are going to be talking about how both games, soccer and baseball, are similar, are alike. Let's do it. Here in the overlapping section of the diagram, section number 3, we can see how both games, that is soccer and baseball, are alike. How soccer and baseball are similar. First, we can see that players play in a field. One is the baseball field and the other one is the soccer field. And the second common thing about the 2 games is that players wear cleats. Soccer shoes and baseball shoes are called cleats. And finally, baseball and soccer are team games. Now I am going to write about these similarities of the 2 games. Here you are. Number 1, the players play in a field, either a soccer field or a baseball field. Number 2, players wear cleats, either soccer shoes or baseball shoes. And last, Soccer and baseball are team games. So this is the way the two games are alike. How the two games are similar. Okay? Now let's move on to the next activity. This is activity number 2. To begin with, I want to introduce uppercase W and lowercase w, or little w and big W, capital and little w. So this activity is about words that begin and words that do not begin in the W sound. First, I'm going to call the objects in the pictures by their names, and after that we are going to find out which words begin or don't begin in the W sound. Here is a wagon. Wagon. The sound of the W is wa, wa, wa. Wagon. Bear. Bear. This is a bear. Drum. Drum. This is a drum. Dinosaur. This is a dinosaur. Worm. This is a worm. Web. This is a web. Zebra. This is a zebra. Window. This is a window. Watch. This is a watch. Quizás haberlos pronunciado fue suficiente para ustedes identificar cuáles sí, cuáles no inician con el W sound. Si usted lo identificó, por favor, dígalo y compare con lo que yo voy a hacer enseguida. Well, I have written the uppercase and lowercase W under the pictures whose names begin in W. Tal vez usted no recuerda los nombres. Voy a ayudarle a recordarlos. Wagon. Wagon. Wagon begins in W. Bear. Bear does not begin in W. Drum. Drum does not begin in W. Dinosaur. Dinosaur does not begin in W sound. Worm. Worm begins in W. Web. Web. Web begins in the letter W. Zebra. Zebra does not begin in the letter W. Window. Window begins in W sound. And last, watch. Watch begins in the letter W. Voy a escribir los nombres. Creo que usted ya escribió algunos de ellos que ya conoce. Ahora comparemos. Here you are. Wagon. Wagon. Bear. Bear. Drum. Drum. Dinosaur. Dinosaur. Worm. Worm. Web. Web. Zebra. Zebra. Window. Window. And watch. Watch. Ahora escribamos los enunciados para the words that begin in W sound and words that do not begin in W sound. Here you are. Wagon, worm, web, window, and watch begin in W sound. Bear, drum, dinosaur, and zebra do not begin in W sound. Yo pude haber escrito o formulado el enunciado para cada una de esas letras individualmente, pero tomé cada uno de los dos grupos. Ahora voy a escribir un ejemplo de cada uno de esos enunciados individuales y usted formulará por su cuenta cada uno de los otros. Miremos. Here, wagon begins in W sound. Se puede formular el enunciado para worm, web, window, and watch. And here, on this side, bear does not begin in W sound. Formule usted los enunciados para drum, dinosaur, and zebra. Is that okay? Now let's turn to the next activity. This is activity 3. You can see 6 words. They, he, she, he. A estas palabras se les denomina personal pronouns. Ya he hecho alusión a ellas, a las palabras, en algunas lecciones anteriores. Y también he dicho que se usan para reemplazar a nombres, muchas veces de personas, otras veces de cosas o de animales, cuando de ellos se dice algo dentro de un enunciado. Entonces reemplazan a esos nombres. Y aquí vamos a relacionar cada uno de estos con las personas a las cuales pueden reemplazar. Ustedes adelántense a lo que yo voy a hacer y luego comparemos. Here you are. They, he, she, they, he. Usted puede sacar sus propias conclusiones con base en este ejercicio. Pero le puedo decir que they se usa para 2 o más personas. Que he se usa para el caso de una persona when this person is a male or masculine. And she for one person when it is a woman or a girl, female or feminine. That's it. Okay, dear students, it's been nice talking to you again, and hopefully we will talk again next time. Goodbye.